Alright, what we doing today, bro?
I want cut my dreads, low temp, C cups, keep C cups.
YouTube, what's going on? If you don't already, please drop a comment, a like, or please subscribe to the channel and turn that bell noti on. Without further ado, let's lock right in. First, I'm sure that I'm pulling every lock that he have, stretching it away from the scalp so I don't you know cut too much of the hair off. I want to be able to chop his hair down evenly, so that's the point of me stretching his hair all the way out and not cutting into the roots. This guy had a forehead lock, so I'm just gonna speed this little process up right quick so we can dive right into it. As you can see, I'm taking my time with every lock, taking my time, ensuring that I still have some wiggle room when I go to wash his hair, shampoo it. It can go to my liking. So right when I'm done, I can just blow dry his hair out, and it won't give you no problems. As you can see, he was like kind of like scared of the process, but we made it work. Also, he wanted the low taper, so I just made it a mid taper because his corners was actually like down to his C cup, so I just wanted to just give him some detail. I shampooed his hair out and I picked it out, blowed it all the way out, blow dried it all the way out. So that's why it's sticking up like this. But that's okay. Curl moisturizer and curl gel will help for this. So I'm cutting his hair down all evenly with my number 6 guard. Going with the grain, and then when I get to the tape, I kinda like go against it. Just to knock some of the bulk down. Just a tiny bit of it, not too much of it, but you still want it even. As you can see, this guard got it down to a nice length. He still wanted to be able to curl it, so I put my highest guard that I have, which is a 6. I could have used the 8, but I wanted to use the 6. I feel like even still would have been blow dried all the way out. A 3 or 4 like wouldn't like define the curl pattern. So now it's just about building it myself. These style craft instincts walk right through it, as you can see. Walk right through it. Now I'm just shaping the head in a way, just making sure our canvas is, ready to go. Of course, because we're artists, and whether you use enhancements or it's natural, we are artists in some form of way. You know, as you can see, I'm just detailing. Make sure my work is nothing wrong with going over your work. So here, I'm gonna start my mid taper, kind of like below the cuff of his ear and his C cup. Yeah, I'm taking my Babyliss Extreme 45 clippers again. I'm not going to say too much about them. I talk about them in every video, so go get them. I'm gonna level all the way open, halfway closed, then I closed it completely. It's giving me a fine transition. Here I'm just shaping my client's head so it can flush in with the taper. There's nothing wrong with taking your guard off and just ensuring that your canvas is 100% ready to go. You want this hair to flush. You want some transition. So that's why I'm flushing it. Kind of shaping his head, Because the last barber kind of like, I don't know. Maybe he had I'm not sure, but I'm the next barber up, so I'm gonna do what I gotta do. As a barber, sometimes we have obstacles and stuff that may be challenging, but it's all how you perform. I use my 1.5. Now I'm going there with my 1 guard. I went all the way open, then level halfway closed. Just trying to create some transition, some blurriness, some detail. Now I'm going level all the way closed. That looks good. And this is just off 2 guards so far. I detailed. And I'm just opening and closing my level, opening and closing my level, opening and closing my level. Just want to ensure that it's a transition. Now I'm going with my 0.5. level all the way closed. I can go level all the way closed, but I'm just ensuring that my work shows. Making sure it shows. Using my teeth, 2 teeth on the side, just hitting at it. That looks good. That look good. I'm going my back neck area. Finna tape with the back of his neck. Keeping my tape low. Cleaning them up. These are not my headers. They are my headers, but they don't irritate my client in no form of way. Excuse me, but yeah, they don't irritate my client in no form of way. Don't cut them or anything. Me personally, I love tapping goals. I love to set my trimmer blade to where they tap and go. I don't like spending too much time in one area, but I got a problem with even still like with my tapping goals. I still catch myself detailing and stuff, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm keeping this back neck tape. You just want to keep it like super low. Same with any tape on the side. Whether you're going mid or low, you don't want to be up too high, even with a high taper. Here, I'm lightly pressing my guard up on his head. I more so want to, as I get higher, I just really want to flick out. I'm just trying to create some room for me to work. Just work with this taper. That's coming together dope. That look good. That look good. I ordered some new lens, so the new lens I got is the aperture is still great on it. I just feel like I need lens that can zoom and zoom out, so I wouldn't be in the middle of the canvas or just be focusing on too much of if it's focusing on my client or not, with me being in the way. I'm still new to the game. I'm still new to camera lenses and Canons and all kinds of cameras. So I just want to see put with that, and I order some new lens just so I can ensure that my work is being, recorded the right way. Not saying that the lens that I got now was bad, but my lens that I got now don't zoom. So that's, my only problem with the lens that I got now. But the lens are magnificent. Magnificent. I love the lens. So as you can see, is looking good. His back neck tape is looking good. His neck tape is looking good. As you can see, I kept the tape low. I didn't go all the way up in the back of his head to a point where it just don't look right. Just detailing. As I get higher, I just start flicking. That looks good. So again, y'all know this is my side. Sorry for how blurry it is. I did not focus my camera because I was locked in. But I do want to tell y'all, bro, for barbers that's on here, bro, and y'all looking to build y'all brand or y'all clientele, or you looking to search for a certain clientele, stay on top of your channel. Stay on top of your Stay on top of your Instagram, your TikTok. Make sure your page is set up in a professional way. No, you cannot post everything on your Instagram or your social medias, because trust me, trust me. If you're a barber in Atlanta, it's easy for you to hashtag Atlanta barber, artists that be in town, um, athletes that be in town, just big names or down to the small names that's in town might hashtag Atlantic Barber. So when somebody go to Atlanta and they type in Atlanta Barber and you pop up and your page don't look as professional as the next barber, they're not settling for what they see on your page simply because your content is not there. But that's it for just a little tips and gems of how to build your clients. I do want to say though, I do want to say, I sped on with the process and I apologize. Like I said, I was too locked in, But as you can see, these trimmers hit. These trimmers hit on a whole nother level. And I'm tapping and going, tapping and going, tapping and going, tapping and going, tapping and going. Going with his C cup. As you can see, it's creating a nice ash line. And I'm just tapping and going, tapping and going, tapping and going. Running my mouth, as you can see. But tapping and going, barely touching his head. You feel me? Look. Barely touching him. Barely touching him. See what I'm saying? Barely touching him. And I just love bringing your canvas together. You know, once you done temping, tapering, fading, I just love the lineup part. It's just everything to me. I know that this is my strong suit here because his line is super sharp without the enhancements. When I go to later enhancements, it'll look 10 times better, you know, because I cared about my client's head before I even, you know, use enhancements. You feel me? Here I'm using a new clutch card. It's not a clutch card, but it's a liner card. It comes with 4 different ones. And you know, I just been having success with it, so I wouldn't switch it for nothing. This looks good, bro. I get a lot of barbers on my Instagram and my page, you know, that don't credit me for, you know, my tips and gems, but I pray one day I get, you know, just I just wish I can one day. I know it'll come, but I just want my flowers, you know, because I done been in the game for 3 years, and there's a lot of stuff that I done accomplished within the 3 years that it took barbers to accomplish in 20 years. Not saying that there's something wrong with it or that it's, you know, more great, but I just feel like my journey is my journey, but I still feel like I'm impacting the game in a way. You feel me? Here I'm going in with my real hair fibers. I like to use real hair fibers simply because it makes your cut pop a lot better than Topic because it gives a more natural look, a realistic flair. You know, as you can see, it just look more realistic. It just look more natural, even with the enhancements on there. Sorry if it looked like my camera is like on an angle. It's simply because, like I said, I was too locked in. I didn't have a chance to like really position. I'm running my mouth. Usually I don't do this in none of my videos, but you know, we here. Here I'm using the Barber Magic pencil. I like to use tan on my darker people because it just make the line pop a lot more like concealer, you know. That look good. I'm just gonna blend it in, you know. I'm not smudging it, smearing it, you know. I'm just blending it in. As you can see, it's coming together real dope. It's coming together dope. And that's a 90-degree angle for you. That's a 90-degree angle for you. And I told myself I was gonna drop this video, but you know, we're kind of busy. But we here. That look good. That's dope. Barbers, check this out. We got guys coming in, looking completely like this, wanting to cut their hair completely off. Take pride in your work. It's our job to have them looking like this and changing them to looking like this. 2025, man. Come on, lock in. If you learned something from any of my videos, please comment, like, turn that bell on, man. Subscribe. Send a page to your barber friend. Man, let's get it, man. Listen, support costs nothing. That's all I'm asking for is support. That's it. That's all. You know, any tips and tricks, whatever you need that you feel you can ask me, DM me. I'm open, bruh. I'm open. Let's lock in.